Alright, so the way a problem will look is it'll start off and it'll say solve the system of inequalities by graphing. So our example 1 is going to say that. Solve each system of inequalities I'm suffocating. So it's not just me? Okay. By graphing. Now when we graph, they need to be in slope-intercept form. Normally they will be, but just in case they're not, we remember how to do that. You just solve for y. Super exciting. So our first system, and you're going to need 2 colored pencils today, or 2 highlighters, or 2 markers, or something. Alright, this is our first system. Y is greater than negative 2x plus 1, and y is less than or equal to x plus 3. So do you guys remember when we did this? We had solid and dashed lines, and then we shaded above or below. Do y'all remember the stained glass project? So this is kind of the same thing, except we have 2 inequalities to do now, and our colors are going to overlap. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take my first color, and I'm going to mark it beside that one, so I know what color I'm coloring, what line I'm coloring what color. So I'm going to do my first one pink and my second one blue. And then I'm going to draw a coordinate plane. Is everybody with me? Is anybody alive? Okay, so can anybody tell me how to graph this pink line? I start at 1 on the y-axis. And then is my slope positive or negative? Negative, so I'm going to go down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. Now, remember with inequalities we need to go all the way across. So should I also go up and left?
Yes.
Now, am I going to connect this with a solid or a dashed line? A dashed line. Why do you say a dashed line? Because it's not equal to. There's no line under it. So we're going to connect with a dashed line. Yes. Yes. Now, am I going to shade above or below that line? Look at our sign right here. Is it greater than or less than? Greater than. So does greater than mean more or less? So would I shade above or below? Thank you, the one person answering me. Well, don't answer quietly. Answer out loud. Does everybody see how I did that?
Yeah.
Isn't it magic?
Yeah.
Love it. Alright, can anybody tell me how to graph the blue line? Up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then what do I do? Should I go down 1 and left 1? Now, when we graphed systems before of equations, we wanted them to cross at a specific point so we could find the answer. With inequalities, you don't have to do that because you're going to have numerous answers based on the shading. Now, am I going to have a solid or a dashed line? A solid line. And am I going to shade above or below? Below, because it's less than. Now, our learning target says not only should we be able to graph it, but we should be able to identify the solutions. Now, the solutions are where the two colors overlap. Do our colors overlap right here?
No.
Let's look at where my fingers are pointing. What about right here? What about right here? Do they overlap here?
Yeah.
So these are the solutions, and that's how you find that it has two colors. Solutions. Now, solutions mean that it has to satisfy both inequalities. So, for this one, it says that it has to be greater than our pink line, but less than our blue line. So, when everybody is ready, please look at the board so I can explain something to you. That's okay. Alright, now, it has to be above the pink line and below the blue line. Right here. Is this above the pink line in this section right here? Is it below the blue line?
No.
So that's not where our solutions are. Right here, is it above the pink line?
Yes.
But is it below the blue?
No.
No, so that's why it doesn't work. Is this above the pink line? Is it below the blue? But it has to meet both of them. So this section, is it above our pink line? Is it below the blue line? That's why it's the solutions. Does everybody understand? Are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Let's go crazy. B. Our system is going to say y is less than or equal to 3 and x plus y is greater than or equal to 1. Man, oh man, what did I do? Is this anything we can't handle? Okay, I guess I'm teaching to myself. Now, since I'm teaching to myself, I'm going to say, self, what's wrong with this problem? And I'm going to answer, self, you need to solve it for y. So I'm going to tell myself to put a box around this y, and hopefully the people that should be in my classroom are doing the same thing. Now, self, how would you get that y by itself? Oh, wait, there are people here. I would subtract what? You subtract x. We can't touch this guy. Remember, this is the force field. Can't move him. So I subtract x from both sides.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay, Tater Tot. At least I know you're alive because you're moving. And then you get y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 1. And then I'm going to say, self, we learned something about negatives with inequalities. And it said something about flipping the sign. Should I flip my sign here? No, we shouldn't, because you only flip the sign when you multiply or divide by a negative. Did I multiply or divide at all? No, so it stays like this. And then I'm going to say, self, how do you graph that first line? And I'm going to say, you've done this before. Let's draw a coordinate plane. I'm going to say, hey self, does that first inequality, does it have an x in it? And I'm going to answer no, because only Alexia's out there answering me. This does not have an x in it, so that means it cannot touch the x-axis. That means it can only go through which axis? The y-axis. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 on the y-axis. That's what we're focusing on? Alright, and then I'm going to say self, should it have a solid or a dashed line? A solid line, because it's got a line underneath it. So we're going to have a solid. Now, is it going to be angled? Nope, because it can't go through the x-axis. So y is a horizontal line, just like that. Boom. And then I'm going to say, do I shade above or below that line? I'm going to look at my sign and I'm going to say, it says less than. We're having class.
Oh, sorry.
You got what you needed. Goodbye. It says less than. Less than is below. So I'm going to shade below this line. Look at me go. Me, myself, Jordan, and Alexia having a lesson.
I'm really not.
Am I done? No, I gotta graph that orange line. Who can tell me how to graph that orange line? Allie!
You go up one.
I go up one. Alright, besides me, myself, Allie, Jordan, and Alexia, who can tell me what I do from here?
You do negative.
We're all kind of muttering stuff at me. So I have a negative. So do I go up and right or down and right? Down and right. Yep, because it's negative. Awesome. Should I also go up and left so I go all the way across?
Yes.
Yeah. And am I going to have a solid or a dashed line? Solid, because of this line right here. Do you need a color? Okay, I got some color pencils. Do I shade above or below? Well, I'm going to say self, this is greater than, because it looks like my right hand. So that means that I'm going to go this way. And then I'm going to identify where my solutions are. Now, are my solutions up here in just the orange?
No.
Are they over here where no colors are?
No.
Are they down here with this purple? Are they over here with both? Solutions. Well, we're doing some more, so I thought you might need it for the next one. Does anybody have any questions? How are we feeling so far?
Pretty good.
Awesome. There are people alive for some questions. All right, let's turn it over and do problem C. Would you guys like to maybe try without me, or do we need to do one more together?
I'm going to come during zero period because I'm not really confident.
Well, we also have the video that will be on Google Classroom, but you're welcome to come. Are you going to pay attention to something besides the on-air sign? Are we doing this together or without me? How about I give you a moment to do it without me, and then we'll pick it up together, because you can at least try. Are we done graphing? Awesome. There are some of us alive out there. Did we get it right? Did we get it kind of right? Did you even do the problem?
Yeah.
Did we identify that our solutions are right here?
Yes.
Look at us go! Do we have any questions? Yes?
How How do you know what spot to shoot?
Great question. If it says greater than, you pick all the spots above your line. If it says less than, you pick all the spots below your line. So this one right here said less than, so it's below that pink line, red line, whatever color that is. You want homework or one more? Homework? All right. Well, you're going to have homework either way.
Yeah, the homework. Oh, give me one more, yes.
Did you? Let's go crazy. Yes. I'm going to send out a schedule on her mind. A is a brain teaser. A is a really good problem.